Probably a professional ski instructor is the right choice. Now they're usually named some variation of Jan, Skip, or Hans. Some of them even speak a few words of English. Please follow me. Do it the same way, only different. Look out for the trees, something like that. Much of the time they will not, however, speak English. So you might be sort of thinking, well, I'll just go for Jan or Skip. Problem is, all Jans look like Susie Chapstick. And you got to figure, nobody that good looking should have to work for a living. So are they really a ski instructor? Are they up here because they escaped from a women's prison, nearby state, in which they landed because they did God knows what to boyfriends who are unfaithful? So you're going to go for Skip? Hey, all Skip guys look like John Denver. And they're still ADD children who usually self-destruct in a fit of juvenile euphoria, and there are no refunds for those $100 ski lessons. But, really, it doesn't matter which instructor you choose. They all have the same fate in store for you. What is humorously referred to as the bunny hill. Ski resort operators compete with each other to come up with cute, cuddly names for their bunny hills. Now, when there is no beginning students around, they uncover the signs and you can see the real names of these death traps. One famous resort, for instance, when beginners are there, has signs covering their slopes called Cottontail, Powder Puffer, and Baby Boo Boo. Flip these signs over, however, and you can uncover their true names: Killer Canyon, Last Ride, and Death by Dismemberment. Alright, even before you can get up on these, however, the first implements of destruction you will be exposed to are ways to get you up the hill. Now, a lot of beginner areas have something called a rope tow. The rope tow is a pretty simple, straightforward device, you will discover. It's nothing more than a continuous loop rope, which you will be instructed to grip firmly while allowing it to pull you up the mountain. Basically, however, this device is designed to quash any feelings of confidence you may have acquired by staying alive this long. Assuming your shoulder is not dislocated when you are jerked forward by the rope, you will hang on for dear life. At some point, you are likely to fall, either because all the leather on your gloves and half the skin on your hands has been rope burned away, or because the rope tow operator is looking somewhere else and doesn't notice the magnificent new rope tying trick you've learned between a human and a rope. Assuming you make it to the top of the hill, a word of caution: you must now turn around and face downhill at some point. If you do not, you will begin sliding backward, slowly at first, but picking up speed so quickly that you will outdistance highway patrol cars giving chase while you are still in reverse. Also, should you begin sliding, do not grab onto other human beings and attempt to slow your backward progress. One man who did so at a resort in my state recently was arrested when he finally came to rest for transporting young girls across the state lines for illicit purposes. For history buffs, the longest slide on record was a woman who slid backward from a ski resort in New Hampshire to a point in Missouri. She actually would have gone further, but she collided with a skier who was also traveling backward coming from Idaho. Assuming you master the rope tow enough to remain in the same county for maybe 3 consecutive tows, they will next introduce you to the T-bar. I'm pretty sure the T-bar was invented by the Vienna Boys Choir because too many of their singers were getting deeper voices. The T-bar is a T-shaped metal bar you first place between your legs and then you pray. You will be instructed not to sit back on it, but to use it merely for vertical support and guidance. Folks, there's a metal bar between your legs, which, if the wind changes direction 1 degree, will leave you incapable of consummating your marriage. And you're supposed to relax and go with the flow. Right. When you reach the top of the hill, assuming you do, you must remove the T-bar, letting it fly away from your body, recoiling up into the toe line, while you smartly peel off to the side. Right again. The less said about this technique, the better. The only reasonable explanation for the existence of T-bars, well, beyond preparing young boys for an extra year in the Vienna Boys Choir, is to prepare you psychologically for the next mode of uphill transportation, the chairlift. Unfortunately, time doesn't permit me to explain today how to use a chairlift. I need to keep an appointment. But I promise in the next couple of days, I absolutely will come back and let you know how to actually get up the hill on something called a chair lift. And then actually swooshing down the hill without a care in the world. Sort of. Well, sort of. Stay tuned. And wherever you come from, Merry Christmas and have a safe and happy holiday week up here in the high country.